shot Terrence, and after that I lost it. And
Dr. Crutcher, this is Raven. Hi. One of the officers in the helicopter overhead said that your brother looked like a bad dude. As his twin sister, was he a bad dude or was he just black?
I believe that my brother was prejudged by that officer in the helicopter. He knew nothing about my brother. I'm not even sure why a helicopter was there versus a tow truck. That's what I'm trying to understand. He didn't do anything wrong. His car was stalled. He had just left Tulsa Community College, speaking with professors there. I got a call from the professors. They were the last ones to speak with him about 7:15, and they gave me a call and said he was excited about class. And we found out that they canceled his class because there was not enough enrollment. And I just feel if that class hadn't got canceled, my brother would still be here today. But nevertheless, his vehicle stalled, and helicopters and police and everybody was there like this was the New York bomber. I don't get it. And people are saying he should have complied, but what did he do wrong to comply, Raven? What did he do wrong?
Well,
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Dr. Crutcher, let me ask you this. According to police on the scene, your brother ignored more than 24 commands. Do you believe that's the truth? Do you think he would have behaved that way?
Can you repeat that question?
Yes. According to police on the scene, your brother ignored more than 24 commands. Do you think that that's true?
That's their side of it, and I just don't believe that. And one thing that people don't know about my brother has a very severe hearing issue in his right ear and prosthetic eye. And I know my brother was scared, and people don't know that because all they know is that he's a bad dude, but my brother was disabled, and he was just trying to get his life together. So I can't say that that's true. I was not there at the scene. But, you know, these things tend to be scripted, case after case after case. He didn't comply. They didn't comply. But the video tells it all. The video tells it all. His hands were up, and that's what we are fighting right there. The fact that everybody saw my brother's hands up, and at that moment there was no need to execute him at all.
And I think that's a very important point here, that the video tells us what actually occurred. And we don't have to have conjecture and speculation. We can look and see on the video that the unjustified shooting was simply wrong. And that's why this fight is, as Dr. Crutcher has said so many times, it's bigger than just Terrence. We're trying to legitimize and legalize being black in America. Because right now, that is a crime in and of itself. When you sound somebody and call them a bad dude.
Tiffany, this is Paul. I know you said that your brother was flawed, but he was in church every Sunday, and I have to imagine it must be so infuriating, hurtful, just because right now they're trying to bring your brother's alleged drug use into the narrative. It's got to be so hurtful knowing that at the time of the fatal shooting, the police officers had no idea of his past. They had no idea of what was in the car. So how infuriating is this narrative for your family?
Can I say something?
Let her answer first,
I just
please.
think that question is irrelevant. I think that it's odd that every time there's a black dead person, that person has to submit to a background check in order to prove that they don't deserve to be dead.
It is not a fair.
Absolutely.
Criminal records or alleged drug abuse. I just think it's irrelevant.
I agree. I think a lot of people think it's
absolutely
irrelevant. It should be irrelevant, but this is a narrative that's out there, and why it's really unfair to your family. How frustrating is it for you to have to address this narrative?
Well, I think it's a narrative that the media has to take the responsibility to stop from being out there. The media should stop those questions and those unnecessary discussions. We say, hey, this is a video that shows a man complying. A video shows a man without a weapon. A video shows the officers are not in any danger. Anything outside of that is a false narrative, and we call upon the media to help heal this country from false narratives and put the truth out so we can come together as one nation and be the strong people we can be, and the media has a big role to play in that.
Great.
we here at The View have heard you, and we are not going to continue that narrative. So our thanks to Dr. Tiffany Crutcher and her attorney, Demario Solomon Simmons. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be right back.